Life is full of work and stress. Parenting can be a mess. Being a woman is hard enough without adding on that extra stuff. We'll cover topics of every kind. Helpful resources we will find. We'll even drink a bottle of wine. Join us. It will be a real good time. Hi, I'm Amanda.
And I'm Nikki.
And welcome to Working Mom's Wine, where this month we're not going to wine, we're going to drink tea.
We're not drinking a bottle of wine, we're drinking RealiTEA.
That's right. I don't like RealiTEA.
Today we're having hibiscus tea.
Mm-hmm.
Hibiscus flower is very healthy for you in many aspects, but the main reason I purchased it when I did was that it is helpful for liver health. So if you are doing Parched March with us, it will assist your liver in cleansing even further.
They just slid a note under the door. In some of our upcoming episodes, we're going to talk about like mocktail recipes and things like that. But today we've decided that since we're drinking tea, we're going to whine about RealiTEA TV because Survivor 50 just started. So,
That's right.
Again, a disclaimer, although at this point it's been a couple of weeks since the first episode and it's really your fault if you're not caught up.
Get in there.
If you don't want to hear anything about what has happened so far, you're just going to have to go watch it and come back.
That's right. So they did a lot of great stuff leading up to this. It's the 50th anniversary, so it's supposed to be in the hands of the fans. We voted for things, and they had some competitions locally and things like that too. And then they had a bunch of lead-up episodes where everyone that's on this season is from an old season. And so they replayed a lot of old videos to kind of give you a feel for who people were in their season. So they had like Jenna from season 1. Yeah. They've got a lot of the quote-unquote greats.
Yeah.
And then they've got some lamer people. Savannah, I'm looking at you.
Dude, Savannah's not doing herself any favors. I don't know how she survived that first week.
I honestly don't know how she won last season. I think she just got lucky that other people just happened to piss everyone off right before a vote.
Yeah. Not the person I saw coming out on top.
No, she's not strategic.
It's so funny though because like they divided them
very
up.
Much a mean girl.
Yeah, they divided them up into their tribes for this season, and they all go back to their little spots, and they're sitting around like talking about things. And you know, there's obviously like big legends like Suri and stuff, and so some people are just like fangirling over each other, and then Savannah's sitting there and she's like, well, do you guys want to know why I'm here? And there's just like
stupid
crickets.
So she was on season 49 and won.
Yeah.
But they recorded season 50 2 weeks after 49 wraps. So none of these people got to watch her season.
For Rizzo to be like 2 weeks and I'm back. Like what? I can't imagine having
It's
2 weeks
intense for
off.
them. They didn't have time to gain their weight back or nothing. But also, I think it's super unfair because everybody else knows everybody else's backstory and how they played and everything, and nobody knows how the two of them played or did or didn't.
And while that is a great point, the way Savannah decided to bring it up was real awkward.
I don't know why she decided to bring it up at all.
I wouldn't have.
I would never tell a group of all-stars that I won my season. I would be laying low and trying to get as far as I could before people figured it out.
Yep.
Especially when Rizzo is there and he knows she won and he might be spreading that on the other beach. At least here she can like hang back a little while.
Exactly.
And she's like, well, you know why I'm here? It's because I won you want to know how I did on my season? I won. Well, okay.
Yep. And then later in the show, she's one of the ones that gets to go on a like solo challenge thing with people from the other tribes and comes back. And of course she lies because everyone lies about the fact that she came back with an advantage. And everyone knows that everyone lies. So guess what? Now her tribe doesn't like her very much.
Imagine that. Should be good for me because I don't want to see her on my TV longer than I have to.
So
I don't like the mean girls. I want them out. I'm done.
You know what? I just had
Don't be
an idea.
mean. Don't be Botoxed, or I don't want to watch you. And I don't mean like general Botox. I mean like it's extremely obvious and awful looking, and you can't even move your face.
I just had an idea.
If your lips are bigger than your eyeballs,
we got problems. Even if you're Lisa effing Renner.
That's right.
Fix your lips, Lisa.
Fix it.
I want to pop them. Anyway, she's not on Survivor. That just, every time I think about lips, I think about her now.
and Housewives.
Yeah. So we do fantasy brackets on Bracketology.
Yes.
I was just thinking that could be a fun tier to add to our Patreon or whatever.
Like, you could compete with us at Bracketology.
Yeah, like you could join our Bracketology thing. We could make it like real cheap to enter, like $5 or something, and maybe the winner can get a prize if you beat us. I like it.
You'll probably beat me. I'm not good.
I felt like I was doing okay. I think so. Here's my theory, because the first week you just don't really know what's going to happen, and it's not as bad for things like Big Brother or Survivor normally, where you can find out about the person before the show starts and get an idea of the level of annoyance they might have to other people, and then you can kind of rank based on that. And then after the first episode, then you kind of get a real feel for how you want to place things.
Right.
Something that like really throws me on House of Villains, really throws me on this particular season of Survivor, where you've got All-Stars, is you don't know how the All-Stars are going to react to each other. So like that first episode, you're like, you just gotta watch everything settle in. It's just a real...
Well, in Survivor, too, it matters a lot on the smaller tribes.
That is also true.
So, like, I rated Cirie really high because I like her, but I had no idea she'd be on the team that didn't get immunity, and so then they were pecking away at each other, So you don't know. It's hard to pick who's going to go when you don't know
That is the downside for Survivor specifically, too. There's another platform that we use for our work Survivor group.
Yeah.
And that one's nice because it does have them separated into the tribes, and then you get to allocate points per tribe.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Maybe we should switch.
But it's a lot more simple too. It's just you pick your overall winner, you rank them by how much you like them, and then 2 of the players will end up in your tribe, and you earn points based on how they do. And then after that, it's just the voting.
That's part of what I don't like about Bracketology is they have this point system that's really...
Theirs is
weird.
a little much.
It's like, if this person walked in first at the challenge, you get 3 points.
Yeah.
If this person said the word strategy, you get 2 points.
Yeah.
I'm like, how... I want to project who's going to play the game well, not who's going to say what word
on
the episode.
Right. Or if they're going to have a water challenge or whatever.
Or if their backstory is going to be told that day. Like, how would you know?
Yeah. Real random stuff. That's like the gambling stuff, except you're not gambling.
Well, you can.
You can,
I just don't use that part.
That's true. So yeah, I find it real awkward. I was kind of hoping that Cirie's tribe would, go, which they did, go to tribal, but that they would be smart enough to knock her out. Like, I know that's not good for the show.
She wins so much.
Yeah.
She's won Survivor. She's won Traitors.
Yeah.
She got really far in Big Brother. She, girls had her TV time. I love her. I think she's funny, and I like to watch her.
Right.
But
I just, for my personal
smart
point
gameplay
purposes,
would be to get out of her.
I put her at the bottom because I was hoping that something would happen, and she did. It's kind of her fault they ended up at tribal.
It is, but Jenna came out too hard and too fast at her, and she, like, the second they were on the beach, she was pulling everybody aside. We're in an alliance, so we're gonna get Cirie. And like, girl, calm down.
Yeah, like you gotta, especially if you're gonna go for Cirie, you gotta be real careful because she does have a good social game.
Yeah, and Jenna built absolutely zero social rapport before hitting that, throwing that name out there. So I'm like, girl, that's not how New Era Survivor is played.
Right. That was funny too. Rizzo, was it Rizzo and Colby?
Mm-hmm.
Colby's all like,
that was a fun...
Get this kid off my porch.
Path to watch.
And Rizzo's like, I gotta just you can't play it like you played it back in your day. Like, the game has changed, blah, blah, blah. And then by the end of the episode, he's more like, oh, this kid's kind of charming, and I want to take him under my wing for as long as he's here. And I was like, how does this kid have this effect on everybody? Because I thought he was going to be gone.
He did it to me last season. I started out thinking, oh my god, he's so obnoxious. If I hear the words Riz God one more time, I'm going to barf. I hated it. But the longer the season went, and he went till almost the end, I liked him. And I was like, he's so funny.
He is funny.
He's so entertaining. His interviews with the producers or whatever are the best.
He's also, though, that kid that, like, thinks he's all that and he's not. Like, he's sitting there like, look at everything I'm doing to keep me in the game. It's like, bro, you're just like lucky as fuck. I mean, you're just lucky. Everybody thinks you're funny and they're keeping you.
Well, that was the thing. Like, so they're building their shelter, right? And Colby's doing a lot of heavy lifting. Mm-hmm. He's putting down all the bamboo. And the whole time Rizzo's sitting, talking to him, giving him advice on New Era Survivor.
Right.
And Colby's like, this kid is doing nothing. He's like these entitled 20-year-olds that you meet all the time and they don't think they have to work for anything. And Rizzo's on the other side saying, this guy thinks he's old school Survivor where people keep you around because you get food and build the shelter and do valuable things like that. And that's not how it works anymore. And they're both like, but by the end of the episode, Rizzo's in tears. You're a father figure to me. Yeah. You're just like my dad.
So
and Colby's
funny.
like, I love this kid.
That was really funny to watch.
That's also great reality TV.
I forgot to point this out last time, but I've got my tea kettle earrings on while we're drinking our tea. Who do you think your favorite is going to be this season?
That's hard. I feel like we haven't seen much of the other squads yet.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed Genevieve. I like her as kind of like a sneaky lowdown kind of player. But I loved Dee and Tiffany on their seasons, so
and it was really funny to watch them hook up this season. They're going to try and do an alliance, and
I'm hopeful for that.
It wasn't Genevieve they brought in, right? They brought in a third.
I don't think so.
No, it was Camilla. They brought in Camilla.
I don't remember who Camilla is.
She's
oh, that's right. She was Kyle's secret duo.
Isn't? Yeah, I think. Yeah, the Camilla and Kyle thing was funny.
Kyle got medically ejected from the game for a torn Achilles tendon.
Poor Kyle is gone.
I feel bad for him because he could have done really well.
Yes.
But he did win his season, and it was recent, so, like, better to have a leg to walk on for the rest of your life, man.
I think that helped him out, too, because, like, anytime they do pull somebody, you know, they get real upset about it. And Kyle, like, and maybe some of it was just the shock of it happening and he got more upset later, took it really well. And maybe that's why he was just like, you know, I won.
Like, would have been fun, but it's okay.
Yeah. That would be so disappointing, though.
He's a good sport.
To get injured so quickly. Like, it would suck to get injured, period, but, like, to only be out there for, like, the first bit of it.
I feel like it was a lot of his team's fault. So he got injured. They had one of those big ramp up the wall things. And he helps everybody else up, and he's the last one that has to, like, run up the wall by himself.
Yeah.
And he did a great job. He got all the way up that freaking wall.
Yeah.
His feet were almost at the top, and he held out his hands, and nobody grabbed him. And so he ran back down the thing, and that's when he hurt his ankle when he hit the ground.
Yeah, some issue with the mud.
And I'm like, if you would just grabbed his arms, he'd still be there.
Maybe the arm would be dislocated. But I feared for when that was Joe. And Joe had to run up the wall because it's like,
know.
Well, Joe's bulkier.
But Joe's a fireman.
Yes, and I'm not saying that all the time. And I'm not saying you can't do it, but like Kyle at least had litheness on his side, and Joe's got like the bulky muscle. And I was like, I was afraid that when they grabbed him, they weren't going to be able to haul.
Everyone was going to go back down.
Yes.
That would have been good TV though. Not that I want to see people get hurt,
but
don't come for me.
Part of that challenge is they had the ball on the string, and you have to like throw it and get it in that
catch it in the Y.
Yeah, in the Y-shaped thing, so that you can pull it.
Yeah.
Why are you putting Suri in that spot? Even if she volunteered for it, I don't feel like that's a smart spot.
Well,
to put
it was
her.
I think it was because it was one of the least physical spots. Like, think about the other things, the mud net, I don't know, maybe the puzzle, but maybe she doesn't think she's good at puzzles.
Maybe, but, like, that's a lot of pressure to put on one person, and she was falling short on that throw so much. And she's shorter, isn't she? Like, stature-wise? I was trying to remember. I feel like her build is one where, like, whether it was shorter arms or something,
I mean,
she didn't have as good of a reach as someone who was taller, maybe. Maybe it's just the fact that, like, guys are just taller in general, and it was guys on the other ones, right?
I don't even remember.
I don't either.
I don't remember anybody else on the Y thing because they focused so much on her.
Yeah.
Missing it.
Yeah.
For almost the whole time. Like,
You know who I really like is Christian. I forgot how much I liked him.
I don't know if I watched his season because I don't remember him, but I really like him.
I couldn't remember some of them, and I didn't have time to watch the throwback episodes, and I definitely did like some random rankings.
I did too.
And I put him lower because I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. And then he like got on there and started talking about all his nerdy science Star Trek stuff, and I was like, I remember this guy.
They set a fire by playing their two glasses off each other. And he's like, okay, one has to be concave, one has to be the other way, and then you're near side, I'm far side. Like they figured it all out, and
that was so funny.
Got the sun to
like,
go
science
through it.
Is cool, kids.
That was really funny,
dude.
But the fact that he left a 3-week-old or 6-week-old baby at home to do this. Oh man,
it's
I don't know if I'd be
hard.
that nice as a wife.
Well, excuse me.
When I say that, I didn't really.
Well, the thing is, you got to think about it from a couple different perspectives. First of all, maybe she doesn't love it. Is it their first kid?
It's highly possible. So, I think he said it was his first kid.
I was thinking that too. So it could be that neither of them
knew what was going to happen,
or understood that like how intense it's going to be with her being by herself. Maybe she's got a great family network though.
Maybe she's not by herself. Yeah.
And maybe. So to me, how did he do in his season? Standout fan favorite on David versus Goliath. He was voted out in 7th place due to his massive threat level. So, he did get pretty far. And the reason he got voted out was because he was viewed as a threat. But also, that's a person that's not going to be able to win a ton of individual immunities. So, I think what I would be thinking, if this was me and Brandon, is we know you're not going to win. If Brandon was Christian. Exactly. Like, we know you're not going to win.
You can't bring home the money, so don't bother leaving.
But does Survivor pay weekly like some of these other shows do?
Oh, that's a good point. I think they do, and then I think you get more if you make it to jury.
Yes. Contestants get paid to appear on the show, earnings scaling based on how long they last, typically ranging from roughly $2,500 for the first boot up to $100,000 for runners-up. Okay. So, and you get paid...
$100,000 for runners-up? I didn't know that.
It says up to.
So
it could be like second place. Exactly. So they could be thinking that the money will be good for the family, especially now that they have a baby. And if she's got the support system, maybe she was like, go for it. And he just seems like the kind of person who's probably really missing his kid.
Oh, yeah. Like
he
would be
very emotional,
very involved, and very there for every first smile, first eye opening,
right?
First mess of poop,
right? But it's got to be a struggle for her either way. Like even if you've got like family support or whatever, she's got to be feeling a little like
yeah.
Because the first kid is a doozy sometimes.
Well, unless someone's living at your house with you. Up every 2 hours.
Well, and that's the thing. Even if she's got like a mom staying with her or something, unless that person's getting up at 3 a.m., at least though she could sleep during the day because she's on maternity leave if she's working at all. So
maybe.
she could, 6 weeks. You're right. She could be going back at this point. Wouldn't that suck to be
she
like...
might not have even gone 6 weeks.
That's true. That's true. Because it's like, even if you're technically allowed to through FMLA, you got to decide if you can be unpaid for that long.
I just watched a TikTok from a woman who's a teacher in Texas. She worked at the same school for 10 years. And she got pregnant and there was no maternity leave. So she had to use all of her PTO to take any time off after having the baby. And then the baby, once she returned to work, got sick for 2 days and she had to miss work, but she had no PTO left. So she had to call it unpaid leave. And their school policy is that you cannot have unpaid leave. And so they fired her.
What?
Well, they said you're gonna...
I would sue.
They told her something. They didn't fire her. They told her something that like basically forced her to resign. I can't remember how she phrased it, but there was some like it was against the policy, so they had to write her up, and she was going to be with disciplinary action, and they were basically going to fire her, and so she resigned to avoid looking like she got fired.
I wouldn't resign. I'd let them fire me, and then I'd take their asses to court.
I mean, she might anyway. I don't know, but
yeah, but if you resign, it looks like Like, legally, I think
There
that's
was some
worse.
reason she had to resign and not let it play out. But I think I hearted the video.
Probably so that she could get another job. Because if you get fired...
There was some reason. It made sense why she
Yeah.
had to resign, but it was also very stupid.
Yay, America.
Yeah. Yay, America, and yay, Texas in particular.
Right.
So, yeah, fun times.
Yeah.
Who else could we talk about from the episode?
Oh, the whole Aussie coach thing, I guess.
Oh, God. Let me tell you, I didn't know who either of them were before this episode.
Oh, I remembered Aussie.
But
I liked Aussie the first time.
I don't think I watched back then.
Yeah.
Like, I've only watched Survivor for a few years now.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like, because I watched the first few seasons and then didn't watch quite a few in the middle, but for some reason I watched the season Aussie was on. That's one that I, like, came back for.
I like Ozzy.
I do too.
I'm rooting for him, but Coach is a schmarmy, icky.
I'm rooting for Ozzy, but I think he's not going to make it all the way to the end.
Yeah, I don't think he will either.
But, so Ozzy and Coach have a bit of a history too. And for the very first journey, it ends up being Ozzy, Coach, and Q, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Q.
So...
I almost forgot his existence.
Would you like to talk about
glorious.
Q, Nikki?
You can go on about Ozzy and Coach first.
The challenge is that you have to collect 3 bundles that are full of these sticks that you're putting together, like these flat sticks.
Yeah.
And then you put them together to make them long enough to grab a key ring that's through a netting thing. And then if you get the key back through, you use the key to unlock what? A box?
I don't remember.
It unlocked something.
Point
Means
is
you
you want
win.
the key.
Yeah, and it's how. So basically, everyone voted that like if people want fire and supplies, they have to earn them. There's no like here we'll be nice and just give it to you. So oh yeah, the idol's pretty cool too. We'll have to talk about that. So they were going out there to earn supplies. Whoever won got to earn supplies, and Ozzy just owns the first.
Yeah, getting
part of
the
that challenge.
bundles of sticks was very physical. You had to dig
Yeah.
a big hole in the sand. You had to swim far out to a buoy and come back.
Yeah.
You had to do all these things.
You had to climb a pole and get back down. And he's just like, he's up and down while they're still like making their way up the pole. And then he just takes off and he digs it up, like immediately digs it up.
He had a huge
And then-
head start.
Yeah, swims back and forth. And they're at one point, they just both stop and look at him like,
They're like, should we
What?
bother? Like, what's happening?
but once he builds his stick, it's so like flimsy and everything, he's having a hard time getting the key and they both get to catch up to him. So before all of this started, Ozzy looked at Coach and he's like, listen, I know we've had some bad sportsmanship in the past. Like, let's start over. Let's be good sports. Like, I'd love to have a fresh start with you, basically. So they're all trying to get the keys, and Q gets real close at one point. And
Yeah.
Ozzy looks at Q and says, if you get that key off the hook, I'm not even going to try and take it from you. Because you can still try and, like, steal it out of the sand
He's
from
like,
whoever knocks it off.
You're doing a great job with those sticks. Like, you deserve this if you get that key.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to take it from you.
Yeah. And Coach is like, I just cut my mouth shut. I didn't promise a thing. And so, of course,
Crash the old boomer man.
Yeah, Ozzy knocks the key off, and Coach ends up stealing it from him.
Yeah.
So now they're at odds with each other. Ozzy's talking about, how Coach cheated. And then on the second journey later, what's the dude's name? The White Lotus guy? Is it Mike?
Mike. Yeah.
Okay. So Mike comes back, and he's like, hey, Coach, just so you know, Ozzy's a little upset because Mike and Savannah, and was it Colby that went?
Yes. Yes. Because
Okay.
Savannah beat Colby at the...
Dude, talk about a really disappointing journey on that, but we'll get there. So Mike and Savannah and Colby talk a little bit before they do their thing, and then Mike comes back and is like, Coach, Ozzy's telling everybody that you cheated, and all of, Coach's tribe is like, we're behind you, Coach, like, blah, blah, blah. And Coach is all, like, butthurt that Ozzy doesn't like that he took the key from him, basically. Right. He's like, he said that to Q, and I just decided I was going to keep my mouth shut, which is fair. Yeah. But also, like, don't, it's a game. Like,
don't make a big stink about it. Just let it go.
So, but they get out on that second journey, and the three of them get to the beach, and it's like, hey, draw rocks, because one of you's, like, immediately leaving and doesn't even get to compete. Which is Mike. And it's just, like, it sucks to be like, funny. I'm going to boat out there and then immediately go back to my tribe, and I did nothing.
And Mike is funny in and of himself. Like,
he sure is.
He shows up on the season, and I'm like, what is this man doing here? I feel like I saw his season, and I feel like he didn't do anything in his season. And then there's some challenge. He takes his shirt off, and he's like ripped, and everyone's like, Mike, like he got ripped to come on the show or something. Like the whole thing was funny. So
that's hilarious.
I said, okay, I get why he's here now. He's funny. He's entertaining to watch. Oh, but yeah, watching Colby and Savannah, their challenge when they got there after Mike got kicked out, was to build. There were all these like Tetris pieces, and they had to build it.
There's a game
or out without knocking it over. So it's kind of like Jenga, but you're adding pieces.
Yeah, there's an actual game though that it's it's Tower Stack.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to say we had this game.
And Savannah's having a little panic attack that Colby's taller than her, so he has an advantage. He's just going to stack them straight up, and she won't be able to reach him, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So she's trying to build out. He's trying to build up. But pretty much immediately after she got worried about him building up, he knocked it over because he's building up too high, and they weren't building out enough.
Right.
And it fell over, and so she won, and she's like,
I beat... It's this game.
But she was all braggy, like, I beat the big bad Colby. And we're like, this wasn't a physical challenge or even a very skillful challenge. It's not like a puzzle you had to put together. I don't know why she thought it was so big and bad to beat Colby at that very simple game. It was kind of more like luck of the draw.
Right, exactly.
So...
So there was a lot of talk about sending home Sari or Ozzy to kick things off with a bang, but of course they sent home Jenna because she just opened her mouth too soon.
I'm such a Savannah hater. Sorry, guys.
It's probably annoying. I really don't like her. She's probably annoying though. This is my one complaint.
It's too fresh from having to watch her already.
Yeah. So like in a lot of shows right now, everyone just goes with the predictable path.
Those are cute, but they're not ours.
And it's just like, it would have been really cool to see them knock someone exciting off in the beginning, but they're not going to. You know that they're going to knock off Jenna, so they can make it look like whatever they want. Like, it's very rare that it ends up being something different. I think there was one tribal council on the last season.
There's a Hello Kitty one.
Where there was a lot of discussion that made things interesting. I think it would be cool to see them make more unexpected moves like that, but it's not what usually happens. It's very obvious what's going to happen. Production tries to make it look like there might be some other discussion going on, but what you think is going to happen always happens lately, and it just kind of takes some of the fun out of it.
Yeah.
You gotta wait for someone to injure themselves for something unexpected to happen.
Expect the expected.
Right. But yeah, I think it'll be a very entertaining season overall because there's some big personalities that are definitely going to clash with each other.
Some giant personalities.
And if everyone else can be smart enough to keep their mouths shut and let the big dogs fight it out, they might last a while.
They might. I'm hoping that's what Tiffany and Dee do.
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of lay back.
I would really like to see Tiffany, Dee, and Camilla go all the way. Like, I went ahead and set my initial bracket up for that for now. And you know, we'll make adjustments later, but it would be really entertaining if the three of them were like secret gal pals that controlled everything behind the scenes. So it'll be fun. Next episode, I think we'll try and have some mocktail recipes. We can try some. We can rank them. Maybe we should do like an S tier. I've never done like an S tier list. We'll have our wrap up. For the wrap up, we'll probably record it on the last day of the month. Thanks for joining us. As always, you can find us on all the socials as Working Moms Whine. And we will see you next time.
Bye.